Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is video number 11. Now, this guy, Jay Smith, said that his research teams in London and in Australia have found 93,000 differences between the qiraat so far. Jay Smith, you're a liar. You know that you're a liar, and I know that you are a liar. The total number of words that has differences between the qiraat is 1,457. 1,315 of them have two ways to read, which means that all the qurra, all the qari's, all the 10 reciters with their 20 students, the 20 narrators, each one of them read these words in either way, which means that these 1,315 differences, you cannot multiply them by 30 as you do. And then you say that these are 39,450 different opinions. No, that's not true. It's like saying that the Americans in the last presidential elections had 150 million different opinions when they only had two options to choose from, either Biden or Trump. Similarly, you cannot multiply the number of differences by the number of reciters exactly as you cannot multiply the number of options in the American presidential elections by the number of electors. To cut it short, in Bridges' translation, here, I don't know, I'm sure you heard about this. In Bridges' translation, I pointed out 415 differences which can affect the meaning out of 1,457 differences. 415 can affect the meaning. The rest, 1,042 differences, are dialectical, so they are not translated differently. That's why I did not mention them in my translation, because they are just translated the same. I said that the total number of words that has differences between all the qiraat is 1,457 words. 1,315 of them can be read in two ways. 105 words can be read in three different ways. For example, فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ can be read فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ or فَلَا خَوْفَ عَلَيْهُمْ or فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهُمْ. Those are three different words. Three different ways of reading this term, which is there is no fear. No fear should be upon them. فَلَا خَوْفَ instead of فَلَا خَوْفٌ means no fear at all should be around them. Just this diacritic mark will mean at all. Is it a different meaning? Yes, it's a different meaning. But it's not that far. But anyway, it's a different meaning, which is adding something to the holistic meaning. I'm not trying to convince Jay Smith. Jay Smith will never be convinced with this. I'm not trying to convince him. He will never be convinced because he does not want to be convinced. He's afraid of being convinced of this. His bread and butter is attacking the Quran. Anyway, let's continue. 24 words can be read in 4 different ways. And finally, 3 words can be read in 5 different ways. One of them came 11 times in the Quran, and I counted them all. So among the 1,457 words, I did not eliminate repetitions. So the differences are not 93,000 like you said. Rather, 1,457 including repeated words. See the difference between 93,000 and 1,457. And I challenge you to publish these 93,000 differences and prove that you did not multiply the number of differences by the number of readers and narrators, because you actually, what people like him do is they add the number of readers to the number of their own students, which actually completely wrong, because their students did not read anything except what they learned from them. So we say 10 qiraat, it's 10 qiraat. They can be read in 20 different ways. You can't add 10 plus 20 is 30 and then multiply 30 by the number of differences and then say tens of thousands of differences. This is ridiculous.